Good morning, school leaders, community guests, and friends. Welcome to our second annual Leadership Day at Eugene Field. We are so excited that you are here. My name is Ryan Black, and I am a public speaking leader.
My name is Kendall Powell, and I am a helping hands leader.
My name is Darnisha Dan, and I'm a teaching leader. Thank you for being here today.
Today's end in mind is that you are able to enjoy our students and our leadership skills.
For today's leadership theme, we chose I am a super leader. What's your superpower? We believe this theme demonstrates how everyone in our school has unique talents that contribute to making our school super awesome.
Every super leader begins with his first 3 habits.
Being proactive,
Beginning with the end in mind,
And putting first things first.
which enable our leaders to achieve their private victory. These habits teach us that I'm in charge of me.
once a super leader has their private victory, they are ready to start living out the last 4 habits.
Thinking win-win, seeking first to understand and to be understood, centering God and sharpening us all.
These habits enable leaders to make them winning their public victory, which will make them effective in all areas of life.
Like the time some of our students from different leadership teams presented the Leader Me philosophy to the Three Rivers College NOCA.
Yeah, and we got to eat free pizza. Thanks, Ms. Traxel.
Now that's putting first things first. All Eugene Field students study the 7 habits and leadership principles. Our students are empowered to serve leadership roles throughout our school.
Our classroom leadership roles include attendance leaders, technology leaders, message leaders, and library leaders, just to name a few.
But don't forget our school-wide leadership teams, public speaking leaders, patriotic leaders, backpack leaders, service leaders, and photography leaders. The list could really go on.
Yeah, the only thing stopping us is our imaginations.
Now, let's begin Leadership Day.
Please welcome 4th grade patriotic leader and Poplar Bluff R1 Math Counts champion, Audrey Harrison.
Audrey is a new student at our school this year. She will explain how the habits, especially beginning with the end in mind, helped her prepare for the competition.
Hi, my name is Audrey Harrison. I am going to talk about the math counts multiplication competition. I competed against the other kids from the other elementary schools here at Poplar Bluff, and I won. I have to admit, it was difficult, but I tried my best. I had to begin with the end in mind. I did this because I was going to try my best. I also had to be proactive. I was tired after school, and I got frustrated when I didn't get it right because I'd been practicing so hard. I had a lot of support from my family, friends, and school. Miss Suma drove me to math counts. If I did not win math counts, I would still be a winner, and my school and family would not be mad because I tried my best. I won because God gave me a good brain. Now, Eugene Field has won 2 years in a row. Thank you.
Thank you, Audrey. We are proud of your success at Eugene Field this year. My name is Sabrina Breckenridge, and I am a public speaking leader. Now, please welcome our leaders who will be performing Man in the Mirror.
As I turn up the collar on, my favorite winter coat.
Habit 3 is to put first things first. Putting first things first helps me keep my life organized because I work first and then I play. I love using habit number 3. Hi, my name is Helen Taylor and I am a first grader and I am also a fourth grader. Habit number 4 is take a quick win. Hi, my name is Kate and I'm a second grader and I am a public speaker. Me and my friends like to use habit 4 to take a win at recess a lot. Think about moving how I go and how they can win. If more than one person wants to play with learning tests for sharing, it's a reality time. That's a win-win.
Hi, my name is Jacob McGill, and I am a life skill leader. And habit number 5 is seek first to understand, then be understood.
Hi, my name is Hunter Kirby and I am a credo leader. And I'm going to be using habit number 5, seek first to understand, then to be understood. This means you can listen with your eyes, listen with your ears, listen with your heart, and listen with your mind. Hi, my name is Austin Dewey. I am a life skill leader. Stephen Covey's 6 habits is to synergize. Hi, my name is Johnny Rockley. I am a gratitude leader. My favorite habit is habit 6 because I get to work with my friends. Habit 6 is synergize. Synergize means to work with others. After 2 brains are better than 1. Hi, my name is Wyatt, and Kobe's 7 habit means to sharpen a saw. Hi, my name is Adriana. I am a gratitude leader, and I'm going to talk to you about habit 7. Habit 7 means do what your heart wants to do. Playing, sleeping, relaxing, hanging out with your friends and family. These are ways you can sharpen the saw. Thank you, first and second grade leaders. My name is Mason Weston and I am a helping hand leader. Now let's welcome backpack leaders Kelly, Vaughn, and Brandon Dodd, who will discuss the contributions the leadership team makes to over 40 students every week here at Eugene Field.
Hello, my name is Brandon Dodd. And my name is Bailey Dodd. And we are backpack leaders. Our job is to deliver food for a program called Backpack for Fridays. Backpack for Fridays is a program that provides food for 40 families at our school.
Our job is very important because the children who have the proper nutrition, they will not have the energy to be able to run. We feel good knowing we are doing our job to help out.
Before our school became a leader in me school, Miss Luna, our school counselor, delivered all the backpacks by herself. It took her almost all day on Fridays to finish every week.
Now that we are a leader in me school, we have a team of trained leaders who synergize together to deliver all the food in less than 1 hour.
Being a backpack leader is a win-win because our team has learned to work together to help solve a serious problem. First, we begin with the end in mind and make sure we have enough food for all the kids who receive it.
We also synergize about how we were going to deliver the food without disturbing the classes. Friday is a big test day at Eugene Field, and we have to be respectful of that as we are delivering the food.
After all the food is delivered, we go to Miss Luna and talk about all the things that went well, along with all the things that did go so well, so we can come up with a plan to improve.
One day she had to go to the doctor to get her shot. She thought she would be back in plenty of time, but she didn't make it back in time. We knew the food still needed to be delivered, so we jumped into action to ensure it happened.
The group decided that one of us needed to be in charge. To my surprise, they chose me, so I organized the group
clean up our area before the school had ever returned to work.
We love being
She
members.
said she was so proud of us and she was super excited that we cleaned up after our stuff without having to be told.
We love being your spectators and they get us fun. I know it is a job. I consider my time at work as a shopping supply too.
Thank you, Kaylee and Brandon. Now please welcome Alyssa, Warmer, and Charlie, who will be sharing poems about inspired by the personal leadership principles.
I am Alyssa Whitmer. I am smart, funny, loving, I am caring, I am helpful, I am hardworking, I am as cute as a button. I am myself, I am the future, I think when I am me.
I am in Charlie. I am kind, funny, respectful. I am responsible. I am safe. I am good at art. I am cool like ice cream. I'm a tutor. I'm a super leader. I am the future. I am positive. I am me. Thank you, Alyssa and Charlie. Next we have Miss Nicole, second grade class. They will be performing the song Seven Hill Hat.
Don't worry,
Thank you, Ms. McCoy and Glenn, for that performance. Now let us welcome Kaylee Byrne and Evie Johnson, photography leaders.
Good morning, my name is Eugene Johnson.
Good morning, my name is Kaylee Byrne. Today we would like to talk to you about the photography team and its role in our school.
The staff at Eugene Field believes in empowering students to shape our school environment and culture through service and leadership roles.
After learning about each role, students decided which team would best be suited for them and their leadership skills.
I chose photography team because I love to take pictures with the camera and to be a part of a team.
The photography team has helped me to become a leader by living the 7 habits. I am proactive because I give up some of my recess time to go and take pictures. My end in mind is how I learn how to take clear pictures. I synergize by working with my teammates to accomplish our goals, and I share the cameras with my other teammates.
Our team goal is to learn about photography and to serve our school by taking pictures of students and school events. Ms. Burnett and Ms. Morris help us achieve our goal.
The 11 photography leaders have taken many pictures of different classes, grades, and school-wide events.
Yes, like the 100th day of school, class parties, Dr. Seuss Day, students at lunch, and recess, morning meetings, and morning preachers.
We also helped our 2nd grade teachers by taking pictures of 2nd grade students for their leadership program.
Kaylee, don't forget that we are taking pictures today for Leadership Day, so please, if you haven't gotten your picture taken, stop by our booth. We will be set up all this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, photography leaders. My name is Brayden Johnson, and I'm a teaching leader.
And my name is Julia Webb. I'm a patriotic leader.
My name is Taylor Morris, and I'm a teaching leader.
We are excited to present this next speaker. He is parent of Sammy, first grader student here at Eugene Field.
He would be
His name is Mr. Shaw.
He would be sharing a parent's perspective of the 7 habits being taught to his children and how those personal leadership principles have positively affected them.
Good morning, everyone. As they said, I am Eric Shaw. My daughter is a first grader here at Eugene Field, Samantha. And I'm supposed to give a parent's perspective, but let's just think about this. Let's look at what we've seen so far. How many of you at 7 years old, 8 years old, 9, could get up in front of a room and carry on a conversation with a bunch of adult strangers? Would you not be intimidated? These kids are amazing. Now, you would think I would just drop the mic and walk off the stage, but I've got the stage, so I'm going to use it. Now, Sammy is by nature a shy girl. I know, kind of shocking that I have a shy child, those that know me real well. But she is. She's very quiet and introverted. Through this program, though, you're going to see her today be a leader and guide you, parents and administrators and members of the community, through a guided tour of her school. Now, this is not, for me, that's nothing. I can talk to a crowd all day long. She is not. This has turned her into a leader. She has taken this and said, I'm going to be proactive. I'm going to learn how to adapt and overcome challenges. I've got another daughter who is third grade at O'Neill. They think all the time, I hear Sammy's like, Lainey, you need to think win-win. We're going to have to be proactive and clean our room if we're going to go out and play. That's how Sammy is thinking. Lainey's like, I don't care, we'll do whatever we want. But that's an example of what she does. She takes it and changes it. As I kind of take a little different approach here, I read all the little 7 habits, and I'm sitting there thinking, and maybe leadership elsewhere needs to look at these 7 habits. Maybe our community leaders could look at these 7 habits and say, maybe this is what we need. It's not just limited to this school, but this is a great starting ground. It's a great place to teach these kids to be leaders, to not be afraid to get on stage. I am certainly glad I did not follow the Glee leaders because they killed it with that song. I'm like, you're not getting me to sing in public. No, they're up there singing, and the little girl, I'm sorry, I did not catch her name, the lead singer, incredible. I don't have the confidence to do that. This program has instilled confidence in these kids. They are shaping leaders for our future, not just now. They're going to be very proactive, very productive. They're going to be the community leaders that we look up to as we grow on. I was talking to Chris Rushton earlier, and he said the same thing. He said, you walk in this school, and you get this confidence feeling, this wow, there's something special here. And I've got to think it's due to Stephen Covey's 7 habits. That's, I hear it all the time, trust me. I have a wife as a teacher. I know about Stephen Covey's 7 habits, and I really think that those are drilled into them, and I think it's going to be great for the kids. I can ramble all day long, but I'm just going to say thank you for coming out. I know that the staff at Eugene Field really appreciates it. I know the kids really appreciate it, and we're showing the kids what the future can be. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Sharp. We will now be turning some of our classrooms so you can see the exciting work students are doing because of the Leader in Me program.
Every table will have student leaders who will take each group to 2 assigned classrooms. When you enter the classrooms, please feel free to talk to the students and ask them questions.
When we are finished, your student leaders will walk each group back to the gym. We will also have refreshments available and provide time for you to talk with representatives from our different student leadership teams before we begin the remainder of our program.
Superintendent, I want to say thank you for coming out. I wasn't on the program, but my heart is big right now. And I just challenge you. I'm so proud of our teachers. I'm so proud of our students. Next time you read something in the AP about public education and about a test score that goes down, remember this day and remember we're educating a whole child. And great job, Eugene Field.
You might have noticed when you sat down a colored bookmark on your table. That colored bookmark will tell you which tour you will be leaving with. I will also be holding up a colored paper for you just to make sure.
Surges in our life,
so we'll make the plan. All of the habits we're using today help us activate. That's right. 'Cause I'm gonna make my heart someday see my neighbor's life. That's right.
So hey, all you do is make a plan. Go to school and join the band. Get good grades and make all honors. And hey, graduate and get better grades. Colleges wait for me. All of the habits we're using today. Yeah, that's right. 'Cause I know one day you'll be screaming my name. And that's not in fun. That's right.
Thank you, Glee teachers, for that fantastic performance.
Yes, what a wonderful way to share their end in mind.
It reminds me of the leadership lessons we were taught at the beginning of the year.
Me too. During the first 7 weeks of school, all students participated in weekly lessons with our counselor and intervention teachers to learn about each leadership principles behind each habit.
Our counselor, Miss Luna, wanted a fun and meaningful way to teach our new first graders the first and most basic habit, being proactive.
She saw hope from 4th grade leaders McKinley Daves and Chris Simpson.
Pretty soon, proactive women, proactive men were born.
Please enjoy the skit that these fourth grade leaders synergize to create and perform for all first grade students to help show them the importance for being proactive.
Welcome to Leadership Time. I am your host, King Star Daves, and I would like to welcome a local superhero and her villain. Come on in.
Hello, my name is Proactive Woman, and I'm always in charge myself. I am
goals so I can be successful. I always do the right thing even when no one else is looking.
Hello, I'm Ryan. I don't like to listen to the teacher. That's just the way I am, and there's nothing I can do about it. I don't take charge of myself because it doesn't matter anyway. People seem to be mad at me a lot, but I don't care if advice isn't fair.
Tell me about the time when the teacher told you to write a report about the moon. How did you handle this? I made a plan and I got on the internet and read books that told me interesting facts about the moon. I used those resources to help me write the paper.
I just made stuff up about the moon. I really didn't work.
So what was the consequences of your choices? I made a good grade on my paper!
I made a bad grade, had this recess and go to ISS. I ended up having to do the same thing practicum did. Had to read up about the moon and write the paper the right way. I missed my recess and I just loved recess. We were going to play basketball today and all my friends got to play, not me. Had to go to ISS and rewrite that paper.
I heard you've been having trouble with a girl in your class. She just kept getting on your nerves, even after you politely asked her to stop. How did you handle the situation? I made a plan and asked the girl if she would and I asked her politely to stop. But she still didn't. So I removed myself from the situation so I could concentrate and do well.
I just punch him.
What happened? I learned the material.
I had to go to ISS again.
Let me ask one last question. Tell me about the time when your teacher told you to run an errand to the office. How did you do this? I made a plan and decided that even if no one would be looking, I should do the right thing. So I walked down the hall quietly to give Miss Vicky the papers. Then I got back to class so I wouldn't miss any of my education.
I ran down the hall trying to knock things off the wall. I jumped in the air and screamed, "Cowboy!" Pretending to be a ninja turtle. Then I hid out in the bathroom for a long time. Eventually, they had to send out a search party to find me.
What happened? I got a JoJo point from my teacher and praise from Miss Taylor for being so responsible.
I had to go talk to Miss Taylor, and she told me I wasn't being the leader she knew I could be. She said I had to miss my specials and recess for 3 whole days. I'm actually starting to get a little tired of this. I thought it'd be fun to do what I want all the time, but it seems like I'm not getting to. I rarely get recess and I'm losing my specials. I'm starting to think now I should try this being proactive out. Can you help me proactive on it?
Sure I can. First off, you need to concentrate on the things you can control, like your words, actions, ideas, and behavior. Don't worry about other people's words, actions, ideas, and behavior. When you focus on yourself, you can be more successful. Let's practice. Congratulations for making good choices. Now let me introduce you to a new superhero. His name is Proactive Man.
Thank you, Mr. Proactive and Mr. Proactive. My name is Candy Monin and I'm a public speaking leader. We are always finding ways to synergize and serve our school and the community. It is very important to Eugene Field.
Serving on leadership teams is an excellent way for students to discover new interests and talents while learning how to synergize with others.
Many of our leadership teams were represented today, but we are sure you still may have questions about the 7 habits and how the leadership principles changed our school cultures.
To help answer some of those questions, we have invited a few student leaders, Eugene Field staff, along with parents. Mr. Eric Schock to participate in a panel discussion.
If you raise your hand, Julia or I will come to your table with the microphone so everyone can hear your question.
can it help you improve your grades?
Well, I could definitely use the 7 habits and goal setting to help my grades because goal setting helps me track my goals and how far I've gotten to know how far I have to go.
Leader to me is it helped attendance in your school.
We started that was the first thing that we started last year was attendance tracking, and every kid, it's one of our MSIP, maybe, big things that we have to do to make, those good old points. And each kid has a month schedule in front of them, and every classroom kind of does it different, but the principle behind it is that they see if it's green on the attendance, that they're here on time. Yellow means that they might be late half a day, and red is they're not here. And so what I do is for my frequent ones, we sit and we talk about it, and then we discuss on what they can do at home to be proactive. And sometimes, it's, well, my mom doesn't get me up. Okay, well then what can you control? How can we help, get you to take control of what you can do? So I've seen a big difference. My class is here a lot, not all the time, perfect attendance, but it has made a big difference. We do a morning assembly, and we track attendance, and we give out big attendance trophies every week, which makes it really awesome because classes compete against classes, and they also go to a big ultimate Eugene Field trophy. So we've seen a big improvement. We're at 90.25 right now, and we have to be at 90 at the end of the year, so it's awesome.
My question is, does the Leadership in Me program just occur when you're here at school, or does any of that apply to you when you leave the school premises?
We use the 7 habits everywhere to improve our life because they can really help you calm down and have a better attitude.
I can tell you, yes, at home, we hear the 7 habits all the time.
Has anything changed in your life since you've learned about the 7 habits?
Well, I used to tease my sister a lot, but now that I learned how to use the 7 habits, I started doing it less, until I stopped. Can you please repeat that?
Has anything changed in your life since using the 7 habits, or since you've learned about it? What have you changed?
I've changed since I came here. When this kid came, he said I was only here, and then he synergized with me, and then it just made me want to share with him.
What is your favorite habit and why?
My favorite habit is synergizing because we can all work together, and when we work together, we can get things done more faster, so we can have extra time to play and have fun. Plus we get to make friends if we don't know them.
Because I like to set goals and that makes me stay on track and know what I'm supposed to do.
What are your favorite things about Eugene Field?
My favorite thing about Eugene Field is that since we have 7 habits, there's no bullying and no bad words, so it makes it a more better school. And when I just came here, just like I said, this kid helped me, and I just feel welcome. I most like about Eugene Field is because we are one of the few leadership schools, and it really improves our attitude and how we learn.
Have you seen a change in the achievement scores as a result of this program overall as a school?
I can say we have. Our school is set up a little bit different than other schools, and we have differentiated classrooms. And I'm going to speak to my classroom. I have an intensive reading room in first grade, and Miss Epps is my co-teacher in there. And what we have started is goal setting with them. And when they come to my classroom or our classroom, these students might not know letter and sound and letter. They might not know a letter versus a word. What we found is once we started goal setting with them and understanding why they wanted to learn to read, it gave them that personal incentive and that desire to want to do that. So, you know, we had a little boy the other day that he wanted to get the job, not the other day, when we started it in September, that he wanted to get the job he wanted, not the job that he had to have. And by doing that, he wanted to learn to read. We had another little boy that wanted to learn how to read instructions so he could put together the big trucks and different stuff, you know, that boys have. So once we first started finding out what and why, it took off. So I can speak to my classroom and the desire and the passion that it puts in them. Oh yeah, thank you, sis. We also had a little boy just recently that took off from the beginning of a kindergarten level, which is a 1, and he is now reading at a 12 fully, which is first grade, middle of the year, which is outstanding, and he has just like blossomed in more ways than we could do because it was him and his desires and passions for what he wanted to do.
Do you see this as a good thing for the junior high and high school to develop leadership there?
I personally do. I mean, I don't even think it should be limited to elementary by any means. But if you look at the junior high, that's a very trying age, let's say. And I think that if you develop some of these habits, if they think what will happen A, B, C, D, E. I think if you can take that, and that is like begin with the goal in mind, I think those are great things for junior high. I think that high school can adapt this. You know, you don't graduate if you don't go to school. I think there's a lot of these habits, all 7 of them, can be applied. I don't think it should be limited to 1st through 4th grade. I think The new 4, 5, 6 center can adapt it, the 7, 8, and the 9 through 12. I think these are all can feed upon this. And if you look at these kids that have gone through 1 through 4 with it, apply it to the 5, 6 center, it just is going to help grow. And we're going to develop leaders. And that's what we're all trying to do, is develop leaders. Trying to develop leaders in our community, in our school. And I think that's a very positive, I talk all the time, sorry. I think it's a very positive thing that could happen with this.
How do the habits help you to make friends?
I don't have friends.
The habits help me make friends. Oh, whoops. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Gabriel Burke. So the 7 habits help me make friends, but whenever I use, like I said, whenever I use synergizing, we can all make friends as a group, and we can keep on connecting with groups to make more friends. And, well,
Can you please repeat that?
How do you use the 7 habits to help you make friends?
How do you use the 7 habits to make friends? Because if you make friends, you know if they have your backs. And synergize is just makes it a wonderful day. Like so that you're sad, so that your friends could go and help you, be with you, and work on the problem with you.
I don't have a question. I just wanted to add on to what Eric Schock said as far as this gentleman's question up here about going into the junior high. I have 3 boys, and my son is in 3rd grade here, and I can promise you that it would help at junior high just because my boys aren't the greatest in the world, I'll tell you. And my 7th grader had to write sentences for running in the hall at junior high, and he's in the car going home, and he looks around and he says, "Hey, Trill, give me those 7 habits so I can get this paper done, and I promise you that I'll make an A on that for running in the hall. But tell me what they are." So it does trickle over in the home, and it's getting to junior high, but it's getting there through their siblings.
Not real good at microphones. First of all, I'm going to say that the adults seem to be more shy than the children, so the leadership's really working there. But I'm going to ask the kids on habit number 5, seeking to understand first, how has that helped you grow relationships and make friends?
Habit 5, seeking first to understand and to be understood, helps me make friends because you need to be open to the others' ideas so that you will get along and be able to know what they like so you can learn to like it too.
Come on, anybody. Oh.
What was the most important thing you learned from your teens?
The most important thing I learned from my teens is helping other kids that are in need because they don't need to be left alone and not feel lonely and stressed about the problem. They need to get help no matter what so they can graduate and get good jobs.
The most important thing I've learned as an adult and a sponsor, I'm the public speaking sponsor, and if we zip it, the leader comes out of them. My kids came up with 100 different ideas in our first meeting of 30 minutes, our leadership block, what they wanted to do as speakers and what they wanted to see for our teachers, for our students, and how to empower them through public speaking. Now, we've gotten to some of the ideas, but some of them are going to have to wait for next year because we didn't have enough time. But if we zip it and let go of that responsibility and just trust in them and guide them in a way that is encouraging, they're going to blossom because they're going to rise to the occasion every time.
What is your favorite thing about Eugene Field?
My favorite thing about Eugene Field is the teachers because they're so nice and they really care about you and they're just really good teachers.
My favorite thing about Eugene Field School is that you will be welcome here and just makes you feel like natural inside.
Thank you, panel members and guests.
Yes, thank you.
You know, Cannon, this makes me sort of sad.
I know.
I wish this time didn't have to end.
Me too.
I think we need to end this with a celebration.
I know some leaders who are perfect at celebrating.
Please welcome back our glee leaders who will provide our final performance of the day.
Before we begin, please give a round of applause to these students and their sponsors, Ms. Nicolini and Epps, and managers, Michaela Davis and Zachary Story.
These students gave up their lunch recess several days a week for almost the entire school year to prepare for this day. Their song is, "We're All in This Together."
Together, come on, let's have some fun. Together.
once said, leadership is about making others better as a result of your presence and making sure that impacts last your absence. Cheryl Sandberg, CEO of Facebook.
Our principal, Ms. Taylor, strives to inspire her students and staff every day. She teaches us how to find the genius within ourselves by listening and believing in us.
Ms. Taylor taught me that I am a leader myself and that I have the power to make choices that will impact my future. At the beginning of the school year, I was having trouble making the right choices on the bus. Mrs. Taylor took the time to meet with me regularly. She helped me to come up with a plan. To be a proactive bus rider when other kids were making me angry. Now I do not get in trouble on the bus anymore, and I am a bus monitor.
Because Ms. Taylor encourages us to be a leader by showing us what is right, we are presenting her today with a Leader of the Year award. A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. For your commitment and dedication to students and staff, Ms. Taylor, please accept this award from us.
Like we are the best kept secret in our Winsville district.
This brings us to the end of our program.
Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to celebrate Leadership Day at Eugene Field.
Remember, this is an annual event, so please look forward to attending next year.
Yes, and please help yourself to refreshments and take time to talk with any of our student leaders or staff before leaving.
Also, stop by our welcome table to get your Leadership Day photo taken by our photography leaders.
And finally, please spread the word about Eugene Field's leadership culture throughout our community.